Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my first YouTube live stream. I'm so excited, y'all. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you're not, you should be, I go live. Well, not on my regular Instagram, on my business one at Rondelle Martin, I go live once a week, every Thursday, but I'm about to up the ante on that page, and I'm about to up the ante on my regular page too. I need to be going live like way more often. Hey, Yasmin. Yasmin is actually the one that encouraged me to go live. Yasmin, if you're not following her, Yasmin Williams Woods, you need to follow her, subscribe to her channel, and follow her on Instagram because she is the GOAT. Okay. Like, she has introduced me to so many other YouTubers. She has created so many collabs. She's hit me on so much game with YouTube. And she really encouraged me to just start going live. So I am here with my drink, lemonade, okay? I got my snacks, but I hope y'all got a beverage, okay? I got my little charcuterie, however you say it, charcuterie, whatever. But I'm here with that. And I hope y'all are ready, okay? So I am going live next week. Let me do a quick plug before I jump into the topic. So next week, I'll actually be going live on Friday with Yasmin on my page, but I'll be on her live stream on Wednesday talking about raising Black boys. And Friday, we'll be talking about dating as a single mom, I think. So my video drops on Tuesday for that. And then Wednesday, I'll be on her live stream on YouTube. And then her video drops on Thursday for dating as a single mom because she used to be a single mother. And then Friday, we'll be live on my page discussing it. And right back at you. You are a gift. Stay getting me to get on the business. And I try. As I learn, I try to share. So, I just try to space it out because I know this channel is not strictly for business. Hey, Kim, y'all are so sweet. Y'all, these are my A1 day ones from Instagram in the chat. Anybody that you see in the chat that has a YouTube channel, you need to go and subscribe, period. Because these are the ones that be really like just supporting me, been sharing knowledge, supporting anything I do. So show them love, period. Okay, just show them love. I'm excited, Yasmin. We do get the whole week together. It's going to be so much fun. Y'all, it's going to be so much fun. The whole week except for Monday. So make sure you're plugged in to my channel and her channel. Subscribe, okay? Subscribe to everybody in the chat, period. So that was my little promo. I hope everyone's having a good week, okay? I knew I wanted to talk about something in relation to love and relationships this week because Valentine's Day is Sunday. Y'all, Valentine's Day is Sunday. This year is going by quick, very, very quick. And last year I did a whole series for singles on Valentine's Day about loving yourself. And I took it out of 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. So that's on my channel. It is formatted for Instagram because they were IGTV videos. And I was like, you know what? Let me put it on YouTube as well because everybody doesn't follow me on YouTube or on Instagram, So let me go ahead and do that. So you can watch that. I didn't want to repeat those messages. So I was like, let me think of something that will just be beneficial. Like, where am I at right now with dating? So last year I was single as a dollar bill, y'all. Single as a Pringle. Wasn't nobody checking for me. Nothing at all. Because I was new in these ATL streets. So nobody knew me. I still don't know people down here like that, but I know more than I did last year. That's for sure. I got like a couple people I could call on and text and hang out with in the spur of the moment if I want to. So it's not as desolate. What's the word I'm looking for? Desolate as it was last year. If you're a YouTuber, drop your link. Yes, drop links, y'all. I don't care. I'm one of those people where I'm like plug shamelessly because I'm not gonna be stingy. Now, if I'm talking and I clearly say don't promote on a video and like you coming and spamming on my channel and you ain't never been here, don't do that. Like, that's not cute. But in the chat, if you're in the chat, obviously you support me enough. So definitely support each other. Like, do some shameless plugging, do some collabing, do some meeting each other, y'all, because that's how I met people, including if you caught the Obedience podcast interview, including the guy that I hinted at. That's how I met, through networking. Hey, Lauricia. So make sure you're networking. You never know where your breakthrough is at, okay? You'll talk to somebody in the chat. But I was like, I want to talk about where I'm at now. So this year I'm dating again. As you guys know, I've been talking about it since like about the fall. I started dating again, and I was just ready to get back on the dating scene. I was like, okay, it's been like at that time about 4.5 years. I think I've healed enough. There's always room for more healing. There's always room for more growth, but you're never going to be perfect before you get in a relationship. So I was like, let me go ahead and, just jump back out there. Yes, you're definitely not spamming Yasmin. Y'all go ahead, plug your stuff, put your handles, all of that. Like, I'm good with that. So, yeah. And then that should let you know too, if you're catching the replay, okay, you need to be in my live chats because you could have put your information in the chat, but you weren't here. So you need to be on point with it, okay? So anyways, so I'm dating again, and I'm like, I'm healed, and I'm in a good place in life. So I think I could jump back in the dating scene. So that's what I did. It was not intentional, to be honest. Everybody that I was getting to know then and this particular person now, they literally just came in my life. It wasn't like oh yeah, that's the one. They just kind of came through mutual friends. So then I started thinking just about, okay, well, now I'm really an entrepreneur, like full time. Now I'm dating, my son's a little older. So I wanted to talk about dating as an entrepreneur and pursuing purpose, because I understand that everyone pursuing purpose is an entrepreneur. Some people are doing that through a career or a hobby or whatever, but, a ministry on the side. But either way, there's just things that I've learned when you're pursuing purpose or business and you're dating. And I'm speaking from a Christian perspective. So if you're catching this replay and you're not a believer, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I am a believer. So I'm going to be speaking from that standpoint, just in case you didn't see the banner on my channel. I do videos for the modern Christian woman on business, faith, and life. So my name is Rondelle Martin. If you're new and you're catching this replay, and I go by Delle, but also I have a coaching page. So all the stuff, I'm going to edit the description and put that in there, or you can check out other video and see that, or I think it's even on my about section of my channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive in. So, and this is off the top, so it might be kind of random. It's not going to be super structured, but it's just off the top. So the first thing that I think about when it comes to pursuing purpose and dating is that your purpose really does affect like who you even entertain. And let me put aside here, like your purpose, because we tend to phrase it as like this, you got to find this one thing in life and that's it. Like it's never going to be anything else different. The gist of it might be the same. Like, I know my purpose is to shepherd women and to teach women. I took spiritual gifts test. I've done the, just introspection of my own life to see how people tend to see me. And I've always been that type of person. I've always been a shepherd type of person. I've always been a teacher. I've always been a counselor. Like I'm always the type that people come to when they need help getting from point A to point B. They need advice. They need something strategic and tangible. Like I've always been that person, whether I liked it or not. So, me doing what I do now and coaching, that's just a segment of that, because that can look in so many different ways. Hey, y'all. Hey, Ash and Shay. But that can look so many different ways. So I'm just like, now that I know the gist of where I'm going, my purpose in life, I'm always going to kind of be working with people, guiding them, teaching them, so on and so forth. It was important to me to find a mate, or it is important to me to find a mate that is really like understanding of that and really understands my call and yearning to serve. Like I really am a servant. I really love to work with women. I really love to take them through their journeys. Right now it's business. At some point it might be life coaching, or it might be something else, but I'm always going to be doing it in such capacity. So if he doesn't have a heart for people, or he doesn't understand it, he will get annoyed by it, because it's going to be like, dang, like you working again, like you helping women again, you're on the phone still, or again, it's just a lot. But I'll be caught up on the phone with my clients, I don't even realize we've been talking for like an hour sometimes. I'm just going, like I could keep talking. So that's a big thing, like to really understand your trajectory in life. Even if you don't want to think of it like I got to find my purpose, like where are you going? Where are you going? If you don't know where you're going, you don't know who needs to come with you. That's like you going on a trip to the beach. And someone comes and they're like, "Ooh, can I come with you?" And you're like, "Yeah." And they got on ski gear. Okay. They got on a parka. Where are you going? You're not going to the beach. I can tell you that much, because I know I'm going to the beach. And the way you're dressed, you're going to get hot. You're not going to make it. Okay. You're going to pass out from a heat stroke. Or it could be the reverse. You could be going skiing and this person's in swim trunks. Like you need to be bundled up. Okay. Nobody got time for hypothermia. So, you need to know where you're going. You need to know where you're going, so you can pick the appropriate partner, because there is no one, meaning like the one, how the world kind of says it. I'm sorry, that doesn't exist. So there are several options of people that you can be with, but it really boils down to where are you going at the end of the day? And who do you see? What kind of person do you see taking that journey with you and really having these discussions? Because y'all, at this point in my life, when I'm dating, like out on dates and stuff, not necessarily the first date, like, ease your way into it. But as you're working your way in with someone, I ask those tough questions. I'm like, so what do you see your day-to-day life looking like? Where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Like, what do you see? Where are you going? Because so many times we just get caught up on like, I just need to get somebody. I'm just ready to be in a relationship. Okay, they're in your life now. Then what? Like, what are you going to do? Where are you going? What task do you know that you need to accomplish? What do you have in mind? What do you see the day-to-day looking like? So they can determine if they're really even down for the ride, and you could determine if they're even worthy of being on the ride with you, because they might be down for it and you might be like, like that's just not it. So you need to know where you're going. Like, actually spend time envisioning your life. Some people call this manifesting, whatever. I just say be prepared, stay woke. Okay, like, let's not over fantasize and over romanticize relationships, because I've never been married, but I can tell you I came real close. I was like this close. Okay. We went through the premarital counseling. We went through all of that. All we needed to do was literally like book a venue and, buy the dress and that kind of thing. So when I tell you that premarital counseling was an eye opener, I was like, whoa, there's a lot that I did not think about. And I'm glad for it, because now I would have been in a hot mess of a marriage. Real talk. I would have been in a hot mess of a marriage. I would have settled in so many ways, and this is no shade to him, or maybe it is, I don't know. No, but seriously, there's no shade to him, but it just would not have gelled with where I am now. It wouldn't have let me have room for God to work in my life and do what he's done in the ways that he's done the last just year and a half, 2 years. So I hope y'all didn't hear that random ding. I literally just got this laptop yesterday, so there's still things I got to download, and the system popped up talking about I got to finish registration or something. I don't know. But either way, it was just little stuff like that where you have to sit and think. I can't tell you how many times a guy has come up to me, and this is not to boast like, oh my goodness, all these men want to marry me. Like, no, it's not like that. But I've had a couple of proposals of men, either. Well, the one formal one was my ex-fiance, but other than that, it was like, hey, like, I've admired you all these years. I really care about you. Like, we should get married, like that kind of thing. And I'm just like, okay, that's cute, but what do you really see your life looking like? Like, where are you going? Where are you heading? Where are you leading me to? Because you're talking about submission. Where are we going? What's the mission? Like, what am I submitting to, sir? I have questions. I need answers. So, and then when you actually ask them the questions, they have nothing to say. Like, they don't know. They're just like, that's a good question. I never thought about it. What? But you're leading me? Like, come on now. We got to do better than this. We got to do better. If you don't even know where you're headed, how are you going to expect someone to hitch their wagon onto yours and go with you? Like, make it make sense, please. So, and as women, that does not mean that we don't, because, most of us are looking to be in that kind of like scenario where we're submitting to a headship, whatever, like the kingdom design, how God designed relationships to be. How that submission looks in the intricate details varies from couple to couple, house to house. But there's just certain things we could stand on as believers and say, yes, like this is what ideally most of us are looking for, and even some non-believers will say that. So you need to know yourself too, because you need to be able to see what maybe he can't see, because a guy could really like you and he could be like, yeah, like you're the one for me, this and that. And you now have to be the one to be like, yeah, but just because you feel a type of way towards me, or I might even feel that type of way back towards you, that doesn't mean we make a good match. Like, you can't just be compatible. You got to be suitable, Compatibility is what looks good on paper. That's like, you're college educated, I'm college educated. You're a believer in Christ, I'm a believer in Christ. You want kids, I want kids. The suitability is that our missions line up, our purposes mesh, they line up, they can be cohesive and mesh, and I can help push you deeper into your purpose. You can help push me deeper into my purpose, and we can come together and enhance each other. And I'm telling you, ladies, like, when you see that, because I'm a living witness to that right now, it is like, wow, where have you been all my life? Like, it's almost like it fits so well to the point where it's scary. That it's not perfect, because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. You're not even perfect, sis. Love you to death, but listen, we got issues, okay? And I realized that a lot. And I thought I had recognized all of them over the last 5 years. But in the last like 4 months, I'm like, okay, yeah, there's definitely some more stuff that I didn't realize. But when you find someone who is patient, they'll work through that with you and they're not going to make you feel bad. We got issues, Yasmin. Okay. Like, and I love how you talk about marriage on your channel, because a lot of what you said that you thought when you first got married, I'm thinking that now, like your video where you said that till death do us part is a long ways away. Listen, I was like, I literally have thought about that. Like, I'm going to be married to you forever. Like, the next 40, 50, maybe 60 years. That's a lot of years. Okay. That's a lot of years of holy matrimony. So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. It ain't always going to be butterflies. In fact, you might not even feel butterflies. If I'm being completely honest, like the best relationships I've had, I did not feel butterflies. I did not feel butterflies. I wasn't like, oh my goodness, like they just stir me up inside. It was a very sober-minded, like realization and feeling of discernment. Like this is a catch. And like I told y'all, and yes, they will. The right person will be patient. Yes, they will, Marsha. Yes, but you be cracking me up, girl. We have a similar sense of humor, I swear. But it's just like you will definitely realize, like, okay, there are some things I got to work on. There are some things that need to be done. And like I said, the word speaks about being sober-minded. I can't remember the exact verse. My saints, help me out, y'all. Help me out. What's the verse that talks about being super-minded? Like, drop it in the chat, because I know someone's going to ask me, and I might not even see the comment in time. But if you remember it, just drop it in. But it reminds me of what the word says about being sober-minded, because it's like, that's what it is. Even right now, it's like a very sober-minded realization, a very sober-minded discernment of like, this is very well could be, let me not say is, very well could be my husband. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, wow, okay, so now I'm in a season of like really preparing, because I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna shy away from my age. I'm 32. I'll be 33 this year. And so I reached a point like in this 5-year journey, I would say like maybe a year and a half, 2 years in, where I was like, you know what? Marriage part isn't for me. Like, I'm good. I'm gonna just serve. I'm gonna be here, be the cool sis that just serves and pours into other women and encourages them and lifts them up and be at the wedding. Like, yeah, get it, sis. Like I really had come to terms with it. Like, you know what? Life won't be that bad if I am single for the rest of my life. Like, I really can find joy in Christ. And I have reached that point and I'm still there. I'm like, this is the happiest I've ever been. I really just have overflowing joy, like in my singleness. And a lot of that comes from knowing my purpose too. Thanks for dropping that verse. Yes, the right person will be patient. That's one of the things that attracted me most to my husband. He never gives up. I've given him plenty of reason. Listen, listen here. I am a strong-willed woman, okay? And I am a strong-willed Guyanese woman. So for those of you who know about Guyanese people, we are strong-willed, okay? Caribbean women are a whole nother breed. So it is just like crazy. But that person, it will definitely make you prepare. So I find myself preparing now, where it's like, okay, let me get ready, because it's happening. Okay, so I need to prepare. I need to pack my luggage. Like, again, we going somewhere, so I need to pack my luggage. I need to pick out my outfits. I need to check the weather. Like, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, I need to prepare, because if you get ready, if you're already ready, you don't have to get ready. So I don't want that day to come where it's like, it's all confirmed. Everything's out in the open now. It's like, yeah, I'm with the man. He proposed or whatever. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I wasn't ready. So now I'm like brushing up on stuff. And I'm getting to a point now where it's like, I'm shifting to a wife mindset, because y'all, it's real out here, sis. Okay. If you're single, get your mind right, because you're praying for a husband. And granted, I will say God does not owe anybody a husband. Okay. There's nowhere in the word where it says you come to Christ and you will get a husband. Like, that's not in the word. We are not guaranteed marriage. We don't even deserve anything from God except for judgment and wrath, to be completely honest. And I know that was very doom and gloom, but it's the truth, but just know that like he very well can and very well probably will grant the desires of your heart if he sees where your heart posture is. And I had to get to a point where I wasn't idolizing marriage anymore. And I actually had this conversation with this person the other night. I was like, I literally had to get to a point where I wasn't idolizing marriage, because I reached a point where it was like, before I had the joy in Christ, like true joy in Christ, I was like, I need to get married. You know, that marriage, that wife, like this is going to be the mark of a true biblical woman. When I have a husband and a ton of kids and this and that, the third, and it became an idol. Like y'all, the things that we desire sometimes can really become an idol. Like even if it's not marriage, let's say it's a business or a career or just heck, even losing weight or something like that. Like, I'm not going to be the woman I need to be until I get to this body shape or whatever. What if it never happens? Like, is God still good? Is God still on the throne? If it never happened, if you're not at that heart posture, you might have an idol. You literally need to be at the point where it's like, you know what, even if this never happened, like God is still good. Like, I know that I can still have joy. I know that I can definitely still live a life that's pleasing to him and still serve and have purpose and all of that, you know, still be thriving. So I had to get to that point. Those 5 years had to cleanse me of my idol, you know, my idols, and just like putting myself in God's space instead of allowing him to like work through me. And so when he sees that heart posture, it's like now you can receive the blessing better. And it's not to say that you do that to get the blessing either, because a lot of people teach that kind of way. Like once you don't care about it anymore, then it will happen. It still might not happen, sis. It still might not. But at the end of the day, you're now at a point where you're like, you know what? It's cool. God is sovereign. He knows what I need at the end of the day. Facts, judgment, and wrath. I needed that reminder because I look at God expecting my stuff. Yeah, you know, and I think it's one thing to have a healthy expectation and faith of like, I'm walking this out in faith. I know like God can do it because we know he can do it, but we have to recognize that he doesn't have to do it. Like that's the difference. So even if he doesn't do it, then there's something better that he has in store for me. Even if by the world standards, it doesn't look like better, it's better in the eyes of the kingdom and in the eyes of the Father. So, you know, it's just getting to that point. And now that I'm there, and marriage was literally like the furthest thing from my mind, because y'all, I had my whole thing planned out. I was like, oh, I'm about to be killing it for single women in Christ out here. Like, I'm about to have sisterhoods, masterminds, you know, excursion weekends. Like, we about to be killing it. Okay, we about to be taking over. And Marsha actually was one of the ones. Can this thing stop popping up? Like, geez, I hope y'all are not hearing this because this is killing my ministry. The devil's trying me right now. You know, people be like, the devil's trying me, but Marsha was actually one of the ones that she's still on here. Okay, yeah, you're still on here. Where on our discovery call for my program, she told me that, and she told me it randomly a couple months ago. She was just like, yeah, like, you know, who your husband is not going to be who you think it is. And it was, y'all, when I tell you it was random, we weren't even talking about marriage. We were talking about something else. And she just said it, and I'm like, okay, like I receive it, but I'm like, okay, God, like, okay, because she wasn't the first one in that time span. It was like a time frame of like a month of people just reiterating this to me, like, your husband's coming. He's not going to be who you think he is. Receive, have your heart open to receive. And I'm like, why are y'all prophesying over me like this? Like, I'm good. You know, thank you, but we're good. Like, you know, I'm straight. But it's just, it literally can't, it's coming to pass. So, you know, needless to say, it definitely is just something where he can do it, but you have to get to a point where it's like, even if he didn't, he's still on the throne. Because too, like, marriage is an earthly thing. In heaven, there's no marriage. There's no marriage in heaven. It's just, you know, we don't have time to be married. You're going to be before the Father, like the amazing, awesome Father, you know, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the angels, like, who got time for marriage? We're in glory. You know, I'm trying to be worshiping. I'm trying to be before the throne. So, you know, it's an earthly thing, but we really beat ourselves up because we're like, dang, if I don't accomplish this, I'm a failure. And to be honest, like I had said on Obedience podcast interview that I did last week, it's like sometimes you're meant to get married, but it's just later in life. Like I never thought I would not get married to my 30s, you know, and I'm not even engaged yet. I'm just speaking things as if they were, okay? So I'm not even engaged or anything yet, but obviously if I get married, I'll be in my 30s. I'm already 32. So, you know, it's just a lot where if I had picked my life trajectory, like how it looked, it would have looked a lot different. By now, I probably would have been married by like, I probably would have been married for about like 7 years at least, you know, have a couple kids, well, like 3 kids, and just be like living my best life. But, you know, God's like, nah, there's other stuff I need you to do, because I probably wouldn't have appreciated it. And I definitely wouldn't be the woman I am today had that been the case. So I had to go through different things. But that was my first point, y'all. I went on a whole bunch of tangents. It's probably like first 6 points, like 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But that's my first point. So my second point, I'm just talking off the top of my head here and just letting the spirit flow. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, find somebody who is just as ambitious as you. That is important, especially as women, because again, I'm speaking from my own life experience here. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm none of that. I'm not a pastor, nothing. I'm just a woman that loves God and has lived a lot of life and had a lot of experiences. And so, thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this because this is freestyle, okay? But my second point with the ambition is because from my experience, men typically like to be the breadwinner of sorts. So even if he's not necessarily making the most money, he wants to be in that position where he feels like a big fish in a little pond, where it's like he knows he's able to provide for his family. He knows he's able to keep the fort, keep the ship sailing if that needs to be the case, where it's like people are depending on him, like they thrive in those type of situations. So if you're an entrepreneur and you are super ambitious, I'm talking like you're thinking, I'm going to be a multimillionaire. I'm going to have generational wealth on generational wealth on generational wealth. And we just going to change the game. Like we're going to be a power couple, okay, for the kingdom. And he's not on that level of ambition and he's not a visionary on that level. It can really cause problems. It could really be, and this isn't for everybody. Some people it works differently, but in my experience, it can really cause problems where it's like you're out there getting it, doing this, doing that. And then he starts to feel neglected. He starts to feel like you feel you're better than him. Maybe your actions start to show that because now in the back of your mind, even if you're not saying to him, I don't have respect for you or I don't care for you or this or that, your actions come across like, I'm good. Like, I'm the one bringing home the bacon and this and that. And so you could kind of become that, you could kind of end up embodying that energy. So true. I know a relationship where it's opposite and it's not pretty. Yeah. And I've been in a situation like that too. And over time, I'm not going to lie, I lost respect for him. And it wasn't that, but honestly, for him, it was also a lack of focus because if he had the ability to really focus in, he could have accomplished more. But he kind of like gets distracted by the pretty lights and the pretty things. And it's like, okay, we got to focus. Like one thing, have tunnel vision. I talked about that on my interview earlier that y'all will hear in March. But, it's just like, focus. You can't do it all. Like you got to get to one destination. Once you get to that destination, then you can get to the next place, but you can't go to two places at once. So I need you to focus in. But that it did make me lose respect for him. And it did make me kind of feel like, okay, why are you here? Like I could do this on my own type of thing. And it kind of made me feel like, I'm doing way too much in the relationship because I'm still the main one taking care of the house because we live together. So I'm still the one taking care of the house. I'm still the one doing this, doing that, doing this, that, the third. But I still got to like lead in this too. Like, come on now. What at this point, I might as well just be alone. So if you are an entrepreneur, this is especially for my entrepreneurs, find someone who is ambitious. Then I would even challenge you to say a little more ambitious than you. Like if he's even more ambitious than you can be the balance for that. Like you can be the one to be like, okay, like maybe we can't pursue all 5 businesses right now, but let's focus on 1 or 2 and then we can pursue the others. But his gears are already going. He's already in motion. So it's like, okay, I don't mind scaling back a little bit, because wifey said we got to scale back. But if he's not ambitious and you're really ambitious, you're going to start to feel overwhelmed. You're going to start to look at him sideways. Then you're not going to value him as much. So I've learned that the hard way for sure. And I'm seeing that again now too, where it's like, I don't feel like my ambitions are too much. Because I'm not going to lie, in the church, particularly, this could be a problem because oftentimes it's expected, not all the time again, but oftentimes it's expected, depending on what type of church you go to and stuff, and what kind of area you grew up in, where you get married and you just become a stay-at-home wife and take care of the kids. Now, nothing's wrong with that. Okay. I'm not crapping on that at all because I was a stay-at-home mom for the first few months of Christian's life. And it is not an easy task, y'all. It's not an easy task. It's the most important job you will ever have to raise kids and to do what you got to do to make sure you're raising kingdom children and stuff. So I'm not disrespecting stay-at-home moms. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for a good chunk of my life. And the work that she did in the house is just immeasurable. Like you cannot put a price on that. So if you are a stay-at-home mom, just know that you are doing the most important job that anybody can ever have if they are a mother. Okay. And that's raising your offspring and teaching them the word of God and preparing them to be the next generation of kingdom bearers. So just keep that in mind, but My problem is that we expect women to want to do that. So when, again, from my background, because I know there's different types of things going on in the church, but for my background, it's like if I were to say, oh, I want to be a work at home mom, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's like, you're doing too much. Like your whole world should be your husband and your kids type of thing. Like you should not do anything else. Even though they don't say that, that's the culture behind it. And that's just not me. And so what ends up happening is, as ambitious women, you end up sitting on your gifts. You end up sitting on, your purpose, your visions, and then you could build resentment because your kids are going to grow up. They're going to get a life of their own and they're going to move on. And then you're going to be like, dang, like I didn't do anything for myself. Kids are a full-time job. I respect full-time moms. Listen, okay? Listen. I don't even have my son. Well, I have him full-time, because of the absentee situation, but my mom and sister help me a lot with him. And I be tired, y'all. I be tired. I love being a stay-at-home mom, but I'm going back in the workforce, y'all. You can't put a price on it. I would be proud of my daughters of being a stay-at-home. If being a stay-at-home mom was their aspiration. Yes. And I didn't know you were a stay-at-home mom, Yasmin, because I know you work in the ministry. But yeah, being a stay-at-home mom, it is a precious time. It very much is precious. And I just think that we have to take away the cultural expectations of like, this is what a biblical woman looks like. Like we're adding stuff to the Bible. And at the end of the day, it's like, it says your main concern should be your household. So as long as your household isn't being neglected by whatever you're pursuing outside of that, it's not a problem. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, absolutely. Like, absolutely. It is amazing. But at the same time, if that's not what you want, if that's not your calling and you can still manage both, then do you, sis? Like, I think we do too much with the cultural expectations. I keep my godchildren once a month and I'm in no rush for kids. I'm telling you, Yasmin got 3 young ones, okay? Yes, I want to model for my children what following their dreams looks like. That's amazing, Yasmin. Like, I love it. And I've done it all. I've done everything but the stay-at-home wife, thing, because ain't nobody put a ring on it yet or officially. But I've been the stay-at-home mom. I've been the work-at-home mom, meaning working for a company at home, even before COVID and all that. And then I'm now the entrepreneur, the mompreneur. I'm now the mompreneur. So, I've done it all. I have not done the outside the house corporate mom thing, because I already knew, like, when I got pregnant with Christian, I was like, okay, I'm so high risk now. I'm already kind of yearning to not be in the workforce. I had already left the workforce, so I didn't even entertain getting a job. But if I had to like keep food on the table, I would go back to work. Like, I'm not above working a job either, because that's a whole nother ball game. People be like, oh, you work a job, you need to be a boss out here. Okay, nothing's wrong with like stable income. Come on now, like let's be real here. So let's see, what's one more point? So I'm not keeping y'all all afternoon. But yes, I stayed at home for about a year and then went part-time into ministry. I've done that for almost 4 years, but I'm going into ministry full-time, not my own ministry. Wow, congratulations. I hope it works amazing for you, because I know ministry jobs are hard to find. When I was still in Virginia, I was trying to get a job at a church, like a church secretary or admin assistant or something, because they pay pretty well if you get the right church. And then I'll be able to do ministry and work. But people don't leave those jobs. Like, it was very hard to find. It's like once they get in there, they just do not leave. So I eventually was like, all right, well, I just got to do some work at home jobs or whatever. But that should be fun. Definitely looking forward to seeing that journey and seeing how it works for you and how you're able to pour into it. And we're going to pray for your own ministry, okay? Because I know you started your membership group and everything. So I can't wait to hear that testimony about how you're working in your own ministry and you're hiring people, okay? Won't he do it? So we're going to go ahead and touch and agree on that one. So a third lesson before I wrap up and make announcements. A third lesson about dating as an entrepreneur. So for those of you who are joining in late, or maybe you skipped ahead in the replay, I said my first point was know where you're going, know your destination, so you know who to pick as a partner. My second point was find a partner who's just as ambitious as you, if not more ambitious, because as women, most of us are looking to be in the passenger seat and our man is driving the vehicle. So, if you guys aren't meshed in ambition, it can really just cause friction in the relationship. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Someone who supports you. That's a must. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you got to be watching all my videos and liking and commenting on every single thing, because at the end of the day, I do talk to women, but support me. Like, support my dreams, support what I want to do. I might not, again, be able to do it all in one season, but be willing to pour into me, be willing to like really just even show me where I could get stronger. Show me where it's like, okay, you did go with this, but how about trying it this way or that way, or that kind of thing. Like, have some input, have some thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It blows my mind how God creates someone for every role. Some women were made to be bosses in traditional work, to your point. Yes. Listen, I know so many like girl bosses in corporate America, and they are killing it. And they are like, this is it for me. This is my purpose. I'm like, do you, sis? Because I was tired of corporate America. I'm a very like free flow, free spirited type person. Yes to the support. Yes, you already know I'm going to be praying and supporting. Shoot, I'm right here. Girls say that support is the most. Yes, support is important. Support me, and not just by word, but by deed too. Like, I need to see that you support me. Like, share my my YouTube thumbnail or something like that. Like, if I got an event coming up, like, share it on your page, like, without me asking. You just like, hey, support my girl, this, that, the third, sign up. She's hosting a women's conference, whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, that kind of thing. Like, step in and just show that you support me. Because at the end of the day, especially if you're working towards marriage, or if you're already married, like, we're a team. So my success is your success. If you push me, that's going to trickle down to you. If I push you, that's going to trickle down to me. Like, it's not a competition. So if you got something, best believe I'm going to be waving the banner like, y'all need to support my man. Y'all need to go do this, that, the third. So I want that kind of energy in return. Corporate America is listen, I was in that cubicle America life for years, y'all. Like, when I started working young too, so I got tired maybe a little faster than other people would, because I started working at the age of 14. I went to a private school, and they used to hire as paid positions in the school. So I worked in the school library. You could have been a teacher's assistant. You could have worked in the library. You could have worked in the mechanic shop, because we used to fix up and sell cars. Or you could have worked in like the gym or the cafeteria or something like that. Or the front office, like the principal's office. So I worked in the library every day out of the week for like an hour and a half after school. And then in the summers, I would go get an actual job, like at a family friend's restaurant. I worked there. And then, my jobs just kept going up and up and up. So by the time I got to like 24, I'm like, I'm tired. Like, all my life I had to fight. Okay. I've been out here working. Okay. Slaving. Like, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. Oh man, she said I'm in corporate America. Girl, don't be saying too. Just kidding. We love corporate America. I don't want no one losing a job based on my channel chats. Okay, we're just kidding. They're not serious. / you look so beautiful, Delle. Thanks. Thank you. I love some stripes. I love stripes and polka dots. I love it. All my life I had to fight, Yasmin. That's how I felt when 24. And then my dad, like, I dealt with a lot of family stuff, like my dad almost dying when I was, that was 2014. So I was like just about to turn 26. And there was just a lot. I had to take over a lot of responsibility and stuff. So I got to the point where I'm like, I'm tired of reporting, and asking for time off. I'm tired of having to report at a certain time. You got an attitude because I got to go to rehab with my dad, because he had to learn how to talk again and walk again and all that. So I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to have to explain myself to you. So that got me to a point where I was like, okay, I need the flexibility. So I just took a leap of faith and I quit. Everyone thought I was strung out, y'all. They were like, there ain't no way. You just put in a 2-week notice to leave this job. You're almost making 6 figures. I was right at 90K, or a little over. I was 26 at this point, or 25. Yeah, I was just about 26. Had my own place, amazing benefits package, all that. They were like, are you serious? You just gonna quit? I was like, because I don't want to ask permission. Like, this is my dad. At the end of the day, I'm a ride for mine, period. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and just take this L. And one thing about me is I'm an industrious woman. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to eat. I'm gonna find a way to get something paid for, whatever. Like, I'm going to use my resources. So, I went ahead and did it. And am I at that point now? No, but God is going to restore me. And he already assured me that he got me. So I'm not even stressed. Not even stressed, y'all. But that support is definitely, yes, industrious woman. That support is a must. And so That's something I look for. Someone who, oh, and this is another one, keen attention to detail, because that's how you get the best support. So let's say you're just on the phone talking and you're like, and I'm pulling from real life experiences, y'all. I'm trying to give you the tea without giving you the tea, if you catch my drift, because again, like I said in the obedience podcast, I don't know if homie gonna see this. So I'm giving you the tea, like read between the lines with me right now. So, you know, I'm speaking from real life experience, but when you're having a conversation and they're just listening to what you say and you're just rambling. Can I ramble? Y'all know I love to talk. I could talk for hours, okay? But y'all rock with me and I appreciate y'all for that. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this is happening and da 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 da. And it'll be great if I had this kind of help. And you know, this would be cool if I could have done that, but you know, I don't have the time to get to that. So I'm gonna just do this, I'm gonna improvise and this, that, the third. And then let's say one of the things that you said you wish you could do, they pick up on it and they're like, okay, she said she wish she could do that, but she didn't have the time to do it. So let me go ahead and like step in and try to see how I can get this done to help her out, like that kind of stuff. And so then when you pop up and you're like, okay, it's time for me to promote my thing, or it's time for me to head to this event or whatever, they're like, oh, by the way, I helped you out and I did this, or, you know, here you go. Here's that resource that you said you needed or whatever. Listen, y'all, someone do that. What? I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, you look, I can't even form a sentence because just the thought of it is getting me excited. Like, you know, it's just like, what? You can't be, God be showing out, y'all. I'm telling you, when he sends the one for you, you're gonna be like, God, you shouldn't have sent him because I'm trying to live right. I'm trying to live right. You're going to have me slide in some sin. Sitting here like this. Yes, Delle, I was just telling Shay on her post that those are my favorite surprises. Yes, like you come through. Listen, my strongest love language is acts of service. My second strongest one is words of affirmation. Encourage me, do all of that. Like speak life into me. But you come through with that acts of service. Listen, I might just slip in some sin. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding, but still hold me accountable because it's real in these streets. But you know, it's just like, I love that because it's like you anticipate my needs. You come through when I need it. I ain't got to tell you all the time. What? Yes, it's the kind of stuff that my hubby did to get me. And what's even better is when that never changes. Yes, don't change, because I know some guys are slick. They'll do that to get you. And then when they got you, they're like, oh, I got her, you know? So yes, sliding in some sin. Sliding in some sin, Shay. I'm telling you. Oh my God, you know me all too well. You can't be doing this now. I've been walking good for 5 years, but you're about to make me stumble. And you said you're not going to tempt us. So yes, consistency. Y'all better come through. That consistency, I could bet on it. Like, I know you're going to come through. I know you got my back. Y'all, it'll have a girl slipping and sliding in some sin. I'm telling you. But seriously though, I'm glad. And that's another thing too, for my believer women. Thank you, Marsha. Yes, I got this. I'm not going to stumble. I'm not going to slip. I'm not going to slide into sin. Like, I'm not going to do it. I am waiting. And it's so crazy. Like, for those who might be on a restart to your purity journey, just know that it gets better, you know, because that first year of me like rededicating my life and taking it serious, it was rough. Like, the devil was sending temptation after temptation after temptation. Like, everything that you think you like, everything that you think you need, the man that maybe you were interested in for a long time that he wasn't checking for you. Now all of a sudden you vow to be pure, and here he comes talking about some what's up, all of that. Like, I dealt with all of that. And so I really had to like have a body of people around me to be like, no, don't do that. Like, I had prayer partners that I could call in the spur of the moment if I felt tempted to go and do something that I shouldn't do. And they would pray for me in the moment and stuff. I kept even what I listened to, because if you listen to certain things too much, it will get you in a mood, you know? So I just made sure I guarded myself as much as possible. The second year it got easier. And by the third year, I was like, okay, like at this point I'm cool. So, and the good thing is his walk is solid too. So that's important. Find someone whose walk is just as strong as yours, you know, and where they're just as committed to that as you, because it's going to be so much harder if you got to try to keep yourself pure and try to encourage him too. Because most men, if they're not bowing to it for themselves, they might do it for you, but trust, they're going to be looking for any little inkling of like, okay, I could get her here, I could get her there. So, you know, those are my tips in a nutshell. But just to sum it up again, know where you're going, know your purpose and your trajectory, you know, at least for the next like year to 3 of your life, you know, or I would say 1 to 5 years of your life. Like at least have an idea of where you're going. No Netflix and chill, Marsha. No, we ain't Netflixing and chilling over here, girl. I'm so glad for that too. But yeah, like know where you're going, know your purpose and the main trajectory of your life. You're not going to know all the blueprint, otherwise we wouldn't need faith. So just know the main goal, like the main direction. The second point was find someone who is just as ambitious as you, if not more, so that way it's not becoming a competition and a jealousy thing where you guys can really push each other, particularly as women, because men, I'm telling you, they thrive when they feel like a big fish in a little pond. And the third one was someone who supports you, plus the consistency and just anticipating your needs and, you know, will really just be there for you. And the fourth one was, I threw it in there. What was it? I just said it. I forgot. But it basically makes sure that he got your back. Make sure he got your back. Oh, his walk with Christ. Duh. Like the fourth one was make sure his walk with Christ is solid. Okay. You got to get deep. You can't even ask like, do you believe in God anymore? Because there's so many gods. What God do you believe in? Do you believe in the God of the Bible? Do you believe in the God that took the Israelites out of Egypt? Do you believe in the God that parted the Red Sea? You know, do you believe in Jesus of Nazareth, born to the Virgin Mary? Like you got to get very specific, because if you just say, do you believe in God? You don't know who they could be talking about. They could be like, yeah, I believe in God. Next thing you know, you in there doing some secret rituals or something. Like, just make sure that you clear the air. Do not be scared to, yes, you have to add Jesus. I'm telling you, when you say the name Jesus, people will tremble. If you're dealing with an evil spirit, they will tremble and they will flee. The devil will flee. If you're like, do you believe in Jesus? And they're like, oh, gotta go. Like, you already know what you're dealing with right there. So just thank the Lord that he blocked it, because ain't nobody got the time. So, you know, just be, oh, you stumbled in that situation, Shay? What? Are you serious? You got to tell us about that. You should do a story time or something about that, because I would love to hear that. Because I'm telling you, like, I used to just ask, do you believe in God? But I feel like at one point, like in my younger days, Christian values overall were respected. Even if someone was not a believer, they still respected it. But nowadays, you got to be very direct, because there's so many different beliefs and so many different interpretations. So you got to be very, very direct. And the right person will not be intimidated by that, because I'm very direct and the right people were never intimidated by it. So if he gets intimidated by it, or he's like, oh, you asking too much, you don't need to be dealing with that, because you need someone who is sure what they believe in and is not ashamed to say it. Because if you're ashamed to say you believe in Jesus, then that's not a good look either. Okay, especially for all of us on here, because we're all Christian content creators. So it's like, I'm always talking about Jesus. I'm always talking about the Lord. I'm always talking about the Bible. So I need you to be okay with that. I don't need you to be nervous or like, you know, just trembling at the sound of it. Like, come on now. So yeah, you got to be direct and clear. Like, say what you mean what you say. Don't beat around the bush. Do not be scared. So I hope this helped you guys. I'm going to do this more often. Yasmin got me on the YouTube live kick. I might just have to pick a day a week to go live. I don't know. I'm going to play around with different stuff. But let me let y'all in on these announcements again, just in case you skip through the video or you come in late or whatever. Like, me and Yasmin are going live on my channel next Friday. And we're going to be talking about dating as Christian single moms, because she was a single mom at one point and I still am. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be on her channel on her Wednesday live. She goes live every Wednesday. And we're going to be talking about raising Black boys, because she's doing a bunch of collabs this month. So we're going to be talking about raising Black boys as part of her racial reconciliation series. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to drop a video about my experiences dating as a Christian single mom, an updated version, because I put one up last year, but now I got some updates. I got some tea. And then Thursday, she's going to drop her video about dating as a Christian single mom. So it's just Yasmin and Delle week. Like, y'all just got to be locked in, period. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, because we always announce it and do extra stuff on Instagram. And we're going to let you guys know. If you don't know Jesus, you'll never be able to understand the deepest parts of me. Yes, come through with the word. Okay? Like, because I'm always praying to God and asking him to make me the wife that I need to be for the husband he has for me. And my husband needs to be doing the same as we speak. He needs to be like, make me the husband for my wife. Okay. I need you to show me how to love her. I need you to lead me and guide me in that, because we can't do it in our flesh. Do it. Go live. I'm going to. Oh my gosh. I love this. I love going live on YouTube. I feel like it's a little bit more interactive than IG. It's not like I don't know. I think it's just the comments are easier to see and stuff because sometimes IG, the comments disappear. So I'm definitely going to look at my schedule. But hopefully by March, I could have like some idea of like a better schedule. Yes, updates. I'm pumped and smiling ear to ear about to see y'all. I'm spilling it one drop at a time. You know, I can't give you everything because I got to give him time to work. And I don't want to scare the man off because he just like came on the scene. You know what I'm saying? But pray, saints, pray. I really think this is it. I really think it's it. And I pray he does not see this. Because he was talking about he was going to watch the interview with Obedience Podcast. I was like, okay, have fun. Like, you were a topic in there, so hopefully you don't mind that. But yeah, just let's touch and agree. We got to touch and agree on this one because this is really like, it's really been fun. It's really been refreshing. So, you know, I'm just glad. And even the other ones that are like friends of mine now that we just decided to just be friends, like even they're great men. So just pray for them to find their wives because they're on the hunt. It just was like for us, it just worked out to be friends, but I have no ill will towards them. So just keep them uplifted in prayer that they can find their wives and, you know, they can, that just for clarity, you know, it's really hard to date nowadays. So oh my gosh. Y'all, the prayers of the saints, the prayers of the righteous are strong. So I know y'all have been keeping me in prayer. Like I said, Marsha over here prophesying over my life, talking about your husband's on the way. And I'm like, what are you talking about, sis? Like, I'm just trying to coach you right now. But y'all have spoken into my life and you guys have really like just been keeping me in prayer. So just keep me uplifted in prayer because I know it's a long journey and marriage is a lifelong thing. And I want to make sure I'm being wise no matter who it is and when it happens. I want to make sure I'm being wise and I'm being obedient to what God needs me to do. So please keep your girl uplifted in prayer because I am stubborn and I'm strong-willed. Touching and agreeing. Yes, Shay. I'm so giddy. I know, I'm so happy. I'm trying to give y'all the tea as best as I can, but I just patience is not my strong suit. I'm like, I want to just tell you all, but we got to have a little like offline powwow for that. You know, I can't put it online. I don't need documentation, you know, not this early in the game. Like I love. You don't understand my level of excitement. Oh my gosh, I feel it. I feel the excitement. I wish COVID wasn't happening. I was so like just have a meet and greet so I could chill with all y'all in person and we could just talk and vibe and all of that. I gotta plan that. I gotta plan that for whenever the world fully opens back up. That part, Marsha, we can see on your face is he's been good to you. Oh, you guys! Oh my gosh! Okay, let me stop talking about this. Let me stop. Because we gotta be here hyping it up and just being women as we do because we love and romance is in the air. But yeah, I'm happy. I can say that much. I'm happy. And even if it did materialize into anything, he's a really, really, really good friend. Really, really, really good friend. So I'm just really happy. Really, really happy. Marsha, y'all stop. Oh my God. Okay. I'm ending this live stream because y'all gonna make me blush for real. I am like super shy in the limelight. I know that's hard to believe, but all eyes are on me right now, beaming, and I'm just gonna start blushing. I can't. No. Yes, no receipts, Shay. Like not this early in the game, because that's how you play yourself. Like, you know, and I'm not trying to come for anybody, but you know how like sometimes content creators be like, yeah, this is my boo, you know, we just got together, this at the third, we about to be doing this and that together, and then like 2 weeks later they break up, and you're like, dang, like then I had a whole channel together, then I made a Facebook group page together, like where are they at? What happened? Like, yeah, I'm trying not to have that happen where it's like, dang, like what's going on, you know? Oh my gosh, y'all are cracking me up. So those are the announcements. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So yeah, I'm uploading YouTube videos once a week on Tuesdays. So next week I'm gonna get back on it. This live was really impromptu because I didn't tape, and I was thinking of doing a podcast episode about this, but I find that my videos where people see my face tend to do better. I just think it's the relatability of YouTube. Like people want to see your face. Not that all my podcast videos didn't do good. Like 1 or 2 of them actually did really well. But I don't know. I think people just like to see your face. Now, as my following grows and I have people like more loyal listeners and viewers and stuff, I probably will do more podcast videos just because sometimes it's just easier for me to just get my thoughts out instead of like formulating points, getting dressed, this, that, the third. But yeah, so just expect videos every Tuesday. But if I do this weekly live, I think it might be on, I don't know. Did you guys like when I was uploading on Fridays? I feel like Fridays were kind of slow. Maybe it'll be on Thursdays or something. I don't know. The couples YouTube channels. Okay. And I'm not crapping on it. Okay. I'm here for it. But I'm like, let's get some skin in the game first. Like, let's not be 2-3 weeks in and you already making YouTube channels together. Like, that's just too much. Don't be afraid. Only believe you are safe here. Yes, I am, but you're still not gonna get the tea. You too. Yes, the Facebook group, y'all. Just too much. It's too much. So I don't know. Let me know if you like the Friday uploads, because I feel like at one point Fridays were good and then it kind of got slow, because I know everyone's kind of got at home school and stuff like that. So so I don't know. I'm thinking Thursdays, but then Thursdays are so busy sometimes for people. So I don't know. But then I don't want to do Wednesday, because I feel like if I just upload it on a Tuesday, like, will people watch a live on Wednesday? I don't know. Yasmin, how does it work for you? Because I know you do the lives on Wednesdays and then Thursdays you upload. Like, do people typically, is the engagement still good? Because I don't see all the stats behind the YouTube studio. You know, like I can't see when my people are online and stuff because I don't have 1,000 yet. So I don't know. I'm gonna play around with different stuff though. Maybe I'll test different days first, see which one is the most received, and just stick with it before I set a solid date. Because I can't even take a poll on my community tab because I ain't got a community tab yet. But we'll see. But I do like it, and it's a lot of fun, and I can interact with you guys, and it helps with the hours. So it's good. Fridays on YouTube haven't been good for me. Yeah, like I noticed that. I noticed my numbers on my Friday videos were kind of low. And then I was like, okay, well, I already got so much other stuff to do with clients. So let me not even push it. But maybe I'll try Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't tried Mondays either because I'm not a Monday person. And I know I work for myself, but I still am not a Monday person. That's usually my day. I'm trying to bounce back from Sundays. You're going to get a community tab soon. Yes, let's speak it. I seriously want to get to 1,000 this year. I challenged myself heavy last year, but this year I challenged myself in more business stuff. But I do want to get monetized this year. I really do, because I think that's when I'll be able to really just enjoy YouTube on another level. But even though I'm not monetized yet, I do love meeting y'all. And I'm so glad, like, I met Shay and Ashley and, you know, you, Yasmin, and everybody else that's like other YouTube creators, because the collabs have been fire. And I know I suck with engaging sometimes, but I try to catch up as much as I can. Just be patient with me. But I think those are all the announcements I have. So just keep an eye out. I'll make announcements on my Instagram, and all y'all follow me on Instagram, so you'll see the announcements. But if you're watching this replay and you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me at daily_Delle for the YouTube announcements, because my coaching page, I don't promote YouTube. But if you want to get like business tips, any coaching services, like a one-on-one call with me or whatever, follow at Rondelle Martin, RONDELLE Martin. One thing, no underscore, nothing. And I go live every Thursday on there, and I try to share stuff that you can walk away with. So I'm actually supposed to be doing a sales funnel live on there. I was going to do it next week, but I don't know. I might wait, because I want to make sure I really map it out properly to share with you guys, because there's several different funnels you can do. So either way, follow me on my Instagram. You can send me an email too if you want to, at coachrondelle@gmail.com for business, dailydelle@gmail.com for YouTube and content creation, promo if you want promo or anything. With lives, they are promoted more heavily. So even after you go live, YouTube still promotes. Wow, okay. So that's why it helps with the hours. I usually don't catch up on all my folks' channels until Thursdays and Sundays. That's a good way to have a schedule. I have a schedule for when I post, but I need to create an engagement schedule, because I really want to support y'all. I really want to like watch and stuff. And I'm about to start streaming your videos just on my laptop. So that way, even if I'm not watching it, like I'm not sitting watching it, but it's going to help with y'all's watch hours and stuff. So thank you guys for joining me. I talked for an hour and I held pretty strong, you know, so I'm grateful for all 6-7 of y'all that rock with me. This is a lot of fun. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about the week after next on my live, but I'll keep y'all posted. So you are a great support. Oh, thank you. I really love it. And you are a great support too, Yasmin. You've really been killing it with the collabs, and I've met so many great people through you. So I really appreciate you for that, because I would have never met Obedience Podcast. I would have never met Shay and Ashley if it wasn't for you. So thank y'all for joining me. Like I said, I'm going to slowly but surely spill the tea for y'all. But yeah, just let me know if you have any questions in the comments when this saves. I don't know how long it takes for the lives to save on YouTube, but when I did the test, it showed up automatically. This might take a little longer because it's an hour, but just comment, and I'm gonna update the description as soon as I can too with my link, so you can get to it easier, because I know sometimes it's just better to just see it and click it. So I'll see you guys on Instagram. Be sure to see how many hours you get for this live. I'm gonna check my studio. I gotta get better with that too. It'll come up on the screen as soon as you press end live. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I got to do better with checking my studio. I'm really, really bad with that. I'm good with Instagram insights. Thank you for sharing. Bye. Yeah, bye, Marsha. Have a good afternoon. Bye, Yasmin. Bye, Shay or Ashley. I don't know which one was on this. That's podcast. Bye, Kim, if you're still on here. Anybody that was here, see y'all. Make sure you support each other. I hope y'all were dropping your handles because I was not looking. But I will see you guys next week. Okay, so this is it for this week. I will see you guys next week, though. So have a good afternoon or a good night wherever you are. Bye.